A record 121 losses didn't discourage Will Venable from taking his first managerial job with the rebuilding White Sox. I sat down with the affable Venable out in Arizona. The former big leaguer and two-sport star at Princeton says he's ready for the immense challenge as he carries on his family's baseball legacy. Is this something that was always a career goal for you, to be a big league manager?
It really wasn't, you know. No, it wasn't something that I thought about. I don't think it was till the end of my playing career really that I even understood what a major league manager did. You know, watching Buddy Black do his thing and understanding the skill set that was involved. And after got done playing, I knew that I wanted to coach and got the opportunity to be closer to players. And then the Cubs gave me an opportunity to interview for their managerial job. And they really, you know, just used it as an exercise to help me develop. But they said that they viewed me as a potential manager. And that just kind of like changed my mind on kind of how I viewed myself, and so I started looking at it a different way.
Your experiences when you were a player dealing with a manager, and maybe things you would do the same or do differently now that you're in that position?
Yeah, I think about that all the time. You know, times where you know, maybe a manager wasn't as transparent with me as I would have liked, or you know, maybe something in the schedule that I'm like, whatever it might be. I'm always thinking about it from a player's perspective, and I want guys to know exactly where they stand, even if it's maybe not what they want to hear, but at least they know.
How much do you think it helps? Not only that you played the game, but it hadn't been that long ago since you were out there in the field, and you can maybe connect and relate to players, especially with such a young roster.
Yeah, I think more than anything, you know, having played, you just understand how hard it is, you know, and that's things that we talk about as a coaching staff all the time. Like, you just never want to forget that, right? And you know, that's got to be at the forefront of what we do, is just being sensitive to the fact that it's a really hard game, and you need high levels of support for these guys and high levels of communication. And so just keeping that in mind and that experience that I had with that, I think helps. When you were contemplating, even if it was a decision for you to take this job, knowing the recent history of the past couple seasons, particularly last season, was there a thought like, man, do I really want to take this rebuild on? This is a difficult task. You know, I had a lot of conversations with people about that, and to me, in my mind, it never was a problem. You know, I view this as a really awesome opportunity to be part of a foundation that's going to help push this organization to where it's been, and so I never hesitated in that regard. And certainly it came up. Maybe I'm just naive, but I was excited about the opportunity to understand the people that are involved in this, to understand Getsy's vision and the things that he's already put in place in the past year. You know, I was really confident this is going to be a great fit. All Ivy League in baseball and basketball. Can you still hoop? I mean, in my mind,
at Princeton, you did both.
Yeah, in my mind I can, but my body doesn't really allow me to do those things anymore, and haven't really been on the court.
You look like it.
I appreciate it, but believe me, it's not going to be pretty.
It must be those 5:30 a.m. workouts, right?
Yeah. Hey, well, that's what I'm trying. You know, just to be able to stay young and stay fit and as the best I can.
I'm assuming there's a lot of pride wearing that White Sox logo on, but what does the Venable name on the back of your jersey mean, with the legacy started by your dad and such an athletic family?
My dad set the tone, and his father too, with you know, just the kind of people that we want to be, and just learning from my father, like the values that are important to you know, being a good person, and certainly you take it another level and you talk about surviving in this game and how people are going to remember you. And I see people all the time that will play with my dad, and no one says anything about the kind of player he was. You know, they talk about the kind of person he was, and that's what I want for me. That's what, you know, my brother wants for his football career, and you know, I just appreciate what my dad did in as far as kind of setting the expectation for the Venable name. Baseball is definitely in Venable's blood. His father, Max, spent 12 seasons in the major leagues and coached in the minors. His younger brother, Winston, sort of sidestepped the family business from the baseball diamond, playing football instead, as he mentioned, but he was defensive back for the Bears in 2011.
Sports really runs in that.
How about that athletic family? How about the backyard games between those?
I can't imagine. I'm sure he can still hoop a little.
You know what? He possesses two things you need for this really
tall task.
With the Sox. He's very confident, and he's a great communicator.